Good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. Listen guys, the match reaction 4-1 Spurs 4-1 winners, and who'd have thought after we went 1-0 down again with it always it's always worrying times when we got to consider defend from corners. Although we had been a little bit better, today was disappointing that we had to concede yet again from those situations. I always say it, when teams are sort of like close to each other, if you like, it's always going to be a set piece or a free kick or something, a corner, that's going to kind of, someone making a mistake in those situations, it's going to open it up for one team or another. In this case, it opened up for Aston Villa to go 1-0 up, and you just think to yourself, oh man, is this going to be the same old? Look, admittedly, because due to little man's here, he had his game, finished late, I missed the first 25-30 minutes of that game, and it looked like it was meh a little bit. I didn't really see it that much from what I could see from the game in through my phone. I couldn't really pay too much attention to it, but I just managed to get to the clubhouse in time to see us go 1-0 down, of course. And it was like, I was just talking to some of the others that were watching it there. They were saying, yeah, it's the same. Spurs haven't really done enough, got in possession, but not enough working of the keeper. So when seeing us go 1-0 down, as soon as I walk in, and in the manner that we did, it was just always a little bit disappointing. You think to yourself, we really need to get the next goal, because otherwise it's gonna go south real quick. So happy that we got the equaliser. Got the equaliser straight away. Great ball from Son. My word, put it on the money. That left-footed ball was so good to have wingers or wide players that put a ball right foot or left foot, in this case for Son, puts the ball into the box, rounded the whole defence. He puts it in that area where defenders and keepers like, oh, what do we hear there? And up came Johnson, smashed it in the back of the net to make it 1-1. And at that very moment, I thought there was only going to be one team that was going to go on and win the game, in all honesty. And Solanke with a quick fire 1-2 goals. My God, again, win the ball back early on, go and get that ball, bang. And you just think to yourself, mate, now this game has completely turned on its head. And once we get that 4 goal, my God, what a goal by Maddison. That's good. Listen, he wouldn't have been happy. He wouldn't have been happy being on the bench yet again. But to come on, respond the way, go get himself a goal, it will do a world of good for his confidence. Disappointing. Again, there was disappointing parts in yet again with injuries to Romero. It looks like he had some sort of metatarsal protection on his foot. Maybe that's what triggered it off, getting kicked there. Might have made that injury a lot worse. We lose him, as well as Van der Ven now. We lose him. How long for? Yet to be seen. Not ideal to have both of your centre-halves out, but to be fair to both Davis, who came on, really didn't have to do that much, but just keep it nice and tight at the back. Then, of course, the Sonny, and a player, and another one where he looked like he was a bit unhappy to go off for the 55th minute. Listen, I often think that manager and player have this sort of an agreement when a player comes back from injuries, or certainly not 100%, which Sonny's case, to be playing, he may want to play a little bit longer, I don't know, but there's normally an agreement between player and manager to play 55, maybe 60, 65 minutes first game back from injury, to kind of protect the player as well. You don't want to lose him again, do you? So I thought that was would have been agreed, but maybe you get caught in a moment, like you just put that beautiful ball onto Johnson's feet, and maybe he just felt he was gonna finish the game really strong. Maybe the manager wanted to protect him. I don't know, but I hope it's just an in-game thing and there's nothing more to it, or that perhaps could carry on from that. Losing Richarlison after another player that got a nice little assist there for Dom's second goal, I believe it was, and he's had to come off on the pass that he gives him. He triggers a hamstring. It just seems to be one thing after another for him as well. How long is that going to keep him out for? I don't know, because he's been out so long, almost starting to get used to him being out. And lastly, I just want to say a few things on our striker. So good. It's going to be so good for him to finally not only getting one, but getting a couple of goals. I felt that I watched him in the other night against Man City, and it was clearly starved of service. He didn't really get himself about to his running off the ball wasn't great, but today his running off the ball was a little bit better. That ball that he was put through, I believe that Kulu was so into the moment. Kulu slips him in, and as the keeper comes out, Martinez, he dinks him over. That's a lovely, great finish, and always a composure in that moment to actually do something like that. A top finish. To then add to a second goal, yes, some people will say it was a tapping, but you know what? You need to be there in the 6-yard box, lively. When the ball comes in, you need to be there to slot it home. And he's done that. And that, again, these are the kind of situations, him, Maddison, when you get goals, it breathes confidence into your game, and it gives you kickstart for the following games. But look, man, we beat a good side. Aston Villa, right up until they got that goal, I thought they were going to make it tougher, but for some reason, maybe injuries, a couple of injuries here and there, and before you know it, quick fire goals completely sent themselves very, very quickly, and we went on to triumph and to beat Villa 4-1. Finest. Listen, for me, after that Palace game, it was so important that we responded, and I've said it, I've been saying it, guys, in the morning videos I've been saying it, that I need to see a reaction of the team. For me, that Man City win, it's isolated, it gets us through the great round, and maybe that gave us a little bit more confidence going into this game. And I always said it, at home, in front of our fans, I fancy us to beat Villa. We got a good track record at home, and we need to keep that going. And I felt that we would beat Villa. I had that feeling, I said it to the boys, I think it might be, I certainly didn't think it would be a 4-1, but I did think we had it enough in us to win at home. Against a good side, the Villa a good side, make no ends of that. And we at home at the moment are on it, man. We're making it a little bit of a fortress there, and results wise at least, we've only lost one at home to Arsenal this season in the Premier League, so we must continue to rack up the points at home. Away is where we need to do a lot better. Is the our form at the moment, and our games so far is away from home is where we haven't quite hit a level of consistency. If we can rack up some points there, maybe not always win, but getting a draw or whatever, we need to do a lot better than what we have, because we don't win enough. And that's, for me, is where we are letting ourselves down. Hopefully, as of the next games coming up, we can start doing that. Doing well in Europe as well. And, the EFL Cup, we've gone through to the next round. So, it's been a good week, guys. After the Palace game, we've got two good results. We must go on to the next one and keep this momentum going. At home, certainly, keep doing well as we can do, which is what we're doing. But definitely have to show a bit more about us away from home. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night on a Monday Night Live, 8:30 p.m. Lock it in. Make sure you're there. Come on, you Spurs.